Tonight, the girls are controlling the court with another big-time win, this time versus a team that they previously lost to. Where do the Rams stand and the view on the rest of their season? The boys had a tough game, unable to get a win. How will this new loss versus a team that they have lost to before affect their season? We'll look at the power rankings, we'll look at the regular standings and where they currently sit. Track is preparing for districts and the runners get prepped for the road ahead and what that may mean for them. And finally tonight, in the national sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and what should you expect when you watch the game Sunday night?
From Shepherd Hill Regional High School, this is Shepherd Hill Sports Zone with Cameron Simpson.
Hello everyone, and thank you for ending your week with us. I am Cameron Simpson here with Shepherd Hill Sports Zone. Plenty to cover tonight with all of our teams, some negative and some really positive. So we'll start, I think, with the positive tonight. The girls varsity, we can officially call it a winning streak. The girls team is on the fire with, yes, another win, but for the first time, they secured victory against a team that they had not previously beating, Westboro. The last time they played the Rangers, they lost 53-47. In the first quarter, the Rangers led by just 1 point, 13-12, and then it was the second. Shepherd Hill scored double what the Rangers did, leading at the half 28-21. By the third quarter, the Rams took a big, tough blow, letting up 15 points to the 8 that they scored. Now the game was tied heading into the final quarter, 36-36. But Shepherd Hill did not make us sweat it out. This is secured victory, winning 52-45. 16 points for Jaizy Santiago. Shaylee Zella was the team's second highest scorer with 8. 7 for Ashley Dickott, 7 for Gianna Neri. Both players tied for the third highest scorer. Heidi Ross scored 6, followed by Lily Knoll, who also had 4 points. So what's next for the Rams now that they have a record of 11-5 and are on to the state championship game and in the tournament? In the Midwatch B division, they're 10-1, and of course, as I mentioned just a second ago, they've locked themselves in to the state tournament. But they still have one more regular season game to play, followed by the Westboro girls basketball tournament. The game for the regular season that they need to play is a good test for the Rams. They're playing Tantasco, who currently has a record of 12-4, and the game is on the road. This final game could move the Rams up in the MIAA power rankings, and currently the Rams are 32nd, but that does not include their most recent win. So when we add their most recent win in and potentially a win next week against Tantasco, we could see some big jumps for the girls basketball team. All right, let's head to the boys' side. The boys are now 1 game away from the 2024 Clark tournament, and after that, they're hoping for a long playoff run. But on Thursday, the momentum the team was carrying took a blow. They played the Westboro Rangers, the team the Rams lost to by 1 point just a few weeks ago. In the first quarter, the Rangers scored 15, the Rams just 11. At half, the score was close, 25-27, but the Rams were unable to stay in the battle throughout the third and fourth quarter. They ended up losing the game 61-48. This is the largest margin of loss that the team has seen this season. Zach Wenningberg was the team leader with 20 points. Right behind him was Lucas Miglianico with only 7 points. He was the second highest scorer for the team. Almost every player on the team saw some sort of points in this game. A lot of 3 and 4 point games for most of these players, but obviously it was not enough for the Rams to get the win. The next opponent for the Rams is the Marlboro Panthers, a team that the Rams played just 5 games ago, and it was their lowest scoring game of the season, winning with just 35 points. The final was 35-31. After this game versus Marlboro, it's on to the Clark tournament. As of now, the power rankings for the Rams, as of February 6th, have them in 8th place, but with the teams below the Rams in this power rankings have records of 13-2, and they just are coming off of wins and a slightly tougher schedule. I would expect that the Rams could drop by the next update. They have a chance to maybe get back to their place, but we're looking in a spot where Shepherd Hill could finish anywhere between 8th to 13th in the power rankings, which obviously determines opponents and things like that when it comes to playoffs and the tournaments down the road. So we'll keep that. Quickly tonight on the boys and girls track teams, the teams are practicing hard and the runners are getting prepared for districts. Take a look at this video posted to the Instagram page. so many runners getting prepped for their run at districts. That's coming up. So what is the road ahead for cross country? How does it work? Well, the goal for every runner is to make it to nationals. And as the weather gets nice outside and they begin to head out and run a little more practice outdoors, some players are looking for what could be the national tournament. But obviously you have to start at districts, you go to states, regionals, so on and so forth. And Shepherd Hill Sports Zone will keep you posted. In the national sports tonight, we all know what day it is. It's Super Bowl Friday, right? And for all those of you who celebrate Super Friday, tomorrow Super Saturday, and then it's the big day, Super Bowl Sunday. We've all been waiting for it, or at least some of us. A tradition like no other, right? Whether you're in it for the game, or maybe you're in there for the commercials, maybe you want to see Usher at halftime, or maybe you want to catch a glimpse of Taylor Swift. The game has had a lot to look forward to. But first, to the game itself and the storylines that we want to follow. The 49ers, a team that has been in this spot before, but not with quarterback Brock Purdy. In his second season, Purdy looks to make NFL history with this Super Bowl. And of course, he has plenty of weapons to do it with. Of course, Christian McCaffrey, probably the first to come to mind, one of the best running backs in the league. And beats, of course, you cannot forget George Kittle. He's another guy, one of those good tight ends for the San Francisco 49ers, another one of the best to do it in the league. On the other side of the ball, we got the Chiefs, and arguably the best QB in the league actively, Patrick Mahomes. He's looking for his third Super Bowl and his second in a row, and he has had pretty much a pretty good run, but he's got a good running back too behind him. Look, we talked about McCaffrey. What about Pacheco? He's right up there with McCaffrey this season in points totals. He's been popping off lately. And you can't forget about Travis Kelce, who has really begun to play better as the playoffs have begun. He had a tough go of it in the regular season, but he's beginning to pick it up in the playoffs. The Super Bowl rematch of 2020 starts Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. on CBS, Paramount Plus, and Nickelodeon. And I'm sure they'll have a ton of pregame and all of that. So we look forward to it. Super Bowl Sunday. And of course, we'll recap it for you on Monday right here on Shepherd Hill Sports Zone. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Good night.
Thanks for watching Shepherd Hill Sports Zone, the only place for Rams sports news.